my subscribers as well my new subscribers. Thank you for coming. Now for today I'm going to demonstrate to you on how I cook my delicious meal, and this would have been some curry goat with Caribbean style rice and peas and sweet corn. Yes, you heard correctly, curry goat with Caribbean style rice and peas and sweet corn. Now guys, this demonstration is worthwhile watching. I don't want to miss it, so stay tuned and I'll be right back. Thanks for tuning in. Now here in the bowl I have approximately 2.5 pounds of mutton. Right now what I'm doing right now is just to rinse it off, because you know the meat is kind of bloody. I noticed the water looks red, so I went ahead and cut them up and clean off the extra fat and everything from off of it. So I'm just rinsing it off now, you know what I mean, and I'm gonna rinse it off until the water is properly cleared up, and then I'll just go ahead and get my vinegar and lime juice to wash it. No, the meat is not finished rinsed off. No guys, as you can see, the cuts are nicely cut. They are not too big and chunky, just the way I like it. So I'm gonna get some more water now within the bowl with the mutton. Then I'm gonna turn the pipe off. Then I'm going to pour in some Robert's vinegar. You know me. If you know me guys, I like to use lime juice and vinegar to wash my meat. Now I'm just adding a little vinegar. Next I'm gonna get my lime juice, which is the Carl's lime juice, right? And then I'm gonna pour some within the bowl with the meat, all right? Then I'm gonna place down the bottle and give it a few seconds, and then I'll make coming and using my hands to stir meat within the bowl, because you wanna ensure the meat is properly washed, you know what I mean? Yeah man, see, just wanna go in with your hands and just stir it around and just ensure that the meat is properly washed. Alright, so I'm gonna continue this for a few minutes, and then I'll be leaving the meat to sit in a bowl just to absorb some of that lime juice and vinegar water. After allowing the meat to soak up some of that water, I'm gonna go with my hands and just rinse it, and then I'm gonna throw it off. Right? I'm gonna throw it off, and then I'll be getting some water from the faucet into the bowl with the meat. Right? So as I'm doing so, I'm just using my hands to give it a stir again. Same way, because I don't know, you wanna make sure that it's properly rinsed, right? So I'm just gonna turn the pipe off now, and then I'm gonna use my left hand and then give it a stir, you know what I mean? Just trying to rinse it off thoroughly, and then I'm gonna pour the water off, right? Now I'm gonna continue these steps until it's suitable to my suit, you know what I mean? Because I wanna make sure it's properly rinsed off. Now I'm gonna go ahead and get some more water from the faucet within the bowl, As I say, it's a step-by-step process, and I want to ensure that the meat is properly washed and properly rinsed. Alright, so just keep on tuning in, you know what I mean, as I demonstrate to you guys on how I wash my meat. Alright, there's nothing to it. I'm not gonna throw the water off the meat. You know, as I said before, it's a step-by-step process, and that's just how it is. You know what I mean? You have to ensure that the meat is properly washed and properly rinsed. So there you have it. Now I'm gonna get some more water again, right? Because I'm gonna make sure that the meat is properly washed. You know, there are times when I even wash the meat properly, and when you're finished with it and put it on the counter and ready to season it, you notice that there's still a little slight bloody water in there. I'm telling you guys, so that's why I have to really ensure that my meat is properly washed and properly rinsed. So just keep on tuning in and you'll see the result on it. The meat is now properly rinsed. So what I'm gonna do is to place the meat aside and gather all the ingredients I need to season it. So just keep on tuning in for that and you will see what I'm doing. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add some dash season. Now this dash season has herb and garlic in it, alright? Alright, so dash season. Then I'm gonna go ahead and add half pack of curry. That is half pack. Now, you don't have to add no curry to yours, you know, but I'm adding a curry to mine. But I'm going to eventually burn the rest of curry, right, that I have on the counter. Then I'm going to go ahead and add some Maggi pepper season. Oh, the thing is, you know, with Jamaicans, we can do our curry. We can prepare our curry chicken or curry mutton just about any way we like it. You know, I mean, if you want to add the curry to it, you know, you can go ahead and do it. If you want to, say for instance, season the whole thing, right? Cause you know some Jamaicans, they like to season the curry mutton or the curry chicken, you know? Yeah, so normally for me, what I like to do is just add some garlic, ginger, and pepper, right? Along with the dry seasonings and half pack of curry, right? Then I'm gonna burn the balance of curry within the pot. You know what I mean? So that's just how I like to do it. You know what I mean? So what I'm gonna do next is to mix up everything. So stay tuned for that. I'm gonna go ahead now and season the mutton. Now I'm using a rubber glove, and the reason for it is because I don't want my hands to be yellow. You know what I mean? So when it's yellow, it's hard to come off your hands. So what I like to do is just to use a rubber glove, you know what I mean, and just bring up this close. So I use a rubber glove just to avoid my hands from getting yellow. Right? So if you notice, I only use half pack in here, only half pack, right? But I'm gonna burn the rest, right? Now this is just to season it, you know what I mean? As I said before, I only had some garlic, pepper, and ginger, along with the dry seasonings, and that is the dash season, along with the Maggi peppers, alright? Now if you notice the shell, the mutton, it's not fully yellow, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's just how it is, you know what I mean? But stay tuned, you'll see and how I get it done, you know what I mean? Cause this is just the beginning of it, the beginning. Yeah man, cause I say the thing is, for me, I like it to season my mutton with just the garlic, ginger, and the pepper, you know what I mean? Then after it's properly seasoned and marinate, I decide when I'm gonna cook it, right? Then I'll just take it out and let it sit for a few minutes because it's gonna be rest on the fridge. So let it sit for a few minutes to cool, cool on the coolness of it, and then I'll just get my cooker and I'll just pressure the meat because you know what? It's with the mutton here, sometimes it takes a long time to cook. If you're just gonna cook it in a regular pot, you know what I mean? So when I use my cooker, it reduces the time it's gonna take to cook within the pot, you know what I mean? Because just imagine that the mutton is tough, right? It may probably take at least an hour to cook it, you know what I mean? But with a cooker, I can use my cooker and it may take approximately, say, 10-15 minutes. Depends on the texture of the meat. It may take 10 to 15 minutes. You know what I mean? So as we said before, this is just the beginning of the process, right? And don't judge me because of the color of it. No, I just want to add a little color to it. Just to give it a little color, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna burn the curry when I'm going to eventually cook it. Alright, so as you can see, this is the process. And I'm going to set this on the fridge and allow it to marinate because tomorrow Sunday I'm going to prepare it for my dinner. Alright, some curry, mutton with rice and peas and the whole works, right? So just keep on tuning in and you will see the results. Alright. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Sunday. Now here I'm pouring approximately 3/4 cup of peas into the pot. Right, and I'm gonna wash it. So I'm just getting some water from the faucet and the peas, right, and then I'm going to use my hands to wash the peas because I know there are times when some things are in here that is not needed to be in here, you know what I mean? And furthermore, based on how they angle them too, when they're picking the peas, you just want to make sure that you wash it and wash it thoroughly. Don't just take the peas and just cook it. Just make sure that you wash the peas and ensure it's washed thoroughly. Alright? After washing the peas, I'm just gonna throw the water off. You know what I mean? And you'll see what I'm talking about now. Look, guys. Even though the water is clear, there's some small debris that you probably can't see, but I'm seeing it. Right? So that's why the peas are still washed thoroughly. Now I'm gonna get some more water from the faucet into the pot along with the peas because I'm gonna rinse it again. After catching some more water within the pot with the peas, I'm just going to go ahead and stir as I did before because I just want to ensure that the peas is properly washed. You know what I mean? Because as I said before, there are times when I have debris or dirt or so on in there. You know what I mean? Because it's based on how they angle the peas when they're picking them. So you just want to make sure that you wash them thoroughly. So I'm just getting some more water now again on the peas. You know what I mean? Hey guys. I'm not a perfectionist, but I try to do what is right, you know what I mean, by me, because I don't want to know that the peas I'm cooking has dirt in it, you know what I mean, so I'm just ensuring it's properly washed. So that's just me, you know what I mean, for real. Even when I buy it in the grocery store and it's in a pack, you know what I mean, I wash it the same way. I don't just take it and throw it in the pot as I'm going to cook it, no. But wash it the same way, you know what I mean? That's just how it is. It's just like some rice. I've seen folks cook rice, and when they cook it, they don't wash it before they cook it. They had the water on the fire and just put the rice in the pot from the pouch or from the bag. You know what I mean? And I'm like, seriously? No. The rice should be washed. It should be washed. But I guess that's just how they do it, you know what I mean? But knowing me as a Jamaican, and I was taught by the best, which is my mother. Alright, so the peas is about finished cooking, so I'm going to check it now. Just gonna take out one. Alright, so it's at the perfect stage now, so what I'm gonna do is to cover the pot and then turn the flame off. Now I'm going to pour some oil in the cooker because I'm going to burn some curry. However, the flame is already lit beneath the cooker. So I'm just going to pour some oil in, not too much oil. Just a little oil. Now I'm going to add a little curry. That's just a little bit that was left in the first set of curry. Now this is 1 pack. So as you can see, the curry burning. So after allowing the curry to burn for a minute or two, I'll be adding the mutton within the cooker. I'm going to get that to stir. So I make sure so the thing properly coated, you know what I mean? So the burnt curry within the cooker. We want to make sure so I store the meat within the burnt curry, you know what I mean? Because the meat has to be properly coated, right? So check that out and see that now. Now this is the color I'm talking about. Now this is what I'm looking for, you know what I mean? So I'm going to allow it to spring a little water before I can go ahead and add some sweet. Right? Alright, so it's now springing its own water. So I'm gonna go in and give it a stir. Oh yes, you can smell the aroma. It smells nice. Alright, now what I'm gonna do now is to pour some water within a cooker. Now what I did was to pour some water within the same container, right? I'm gonna pour it within the cooker, like so. Now normally what I normally do is when I'm doing curry goat or whatever, or even some cow foot or beef or whatever, normally what I do is to level the water with the meat within the cooker, right? Now it depends too, because if the meat is tough. When I say tough, I mean tough. If it's tough, then I have to add some more water to it, you know what I mean? Because you need to get it tenderized. As I said before, I like using my cooker. Why? It's because, you know, There are times you cannot judge certain meat that you're gonna put in it. You know what I mean? Alright, if you say for instance, now I'm gonna cook some beef. You know what I mean? The beef can be tough, you know, right? The beef can be tough. Now, the spit of the beef is tough, right? And I'm cooking it and in a regular pot on the stove. It's gonna take a longer time to cook, right? So I have to keep adding water, you know, allowing it to cook. Adding water continually, adding water until eventually it's tender. But then guess what? It's gonna take a longer time. So when I use my cooker to tenderize my meat, it takes less time, you know what I mean? Furthermore, it's not an electric stove, it's a gas stove. So, you know, it makes sense trying to be foolish. You know what I mean? If you can conserve, you know what I mean, that's the best way to go about it. And as I said before, that's just my kind of way of doing my thing, you know what I mean? Now, if you don't want to use a cooker, you know, it's up to you. You can use a gas stove or you can use your electric stove, but then guess what? It's gonna take a lot of current, you know what I mean, to get it to where you want it. So that's why I use my cooker. So when I use my cooker, it takes less time to get it done. Alright, so I'm gonna cover the pot and allow it to tenderize, but then I'm going to allow it to come to a boil first before I put the headpiece on, which is this piece here. Yeah. Alright, so let's keep on tuning in and you'll see and how things happen here within my kitchen. Alright, so here's my lovely coconut, my cultivation. So what I'm gonna do, because I love to drink the water from the coconut, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use my small knife and poke the hole right here, because you have 3 holes, right? But only one can open and this one is it. So poke this one and then I'm gonna drink the water from here. Then I'm gonna burst it open, oxide out, so I'll show you and how I get it done. Alright, so keep on tuning in. Alright, so here's my coconut. I have my machete, but I'm going to use the back of it. The back, this is the blade right here, and this is the back. I'm going to be using the back of it, alright? Alright, so as you can see, I have 5 pieces, so I'm going to ox it out now. So I use the tip of the knife, like, so I use the tip of the knife, right? Then I try to stick it in right here. Then take the time and work it. That's it, it's breaking. So I'm just going to continue the same thing, like so. I'm just working, because I'm trying to get the nut on the shell. Okay. It's quite simple, but you know, for some folks who live in some country where you can't get the coconut, they don't use the coconut powder instead, but it works the same way. You know what I mean? The only difference is that this is more natural. This is more natural. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay, this one from a corner, like so. You stick it in there, then work it. Work the knife. You gotta work it. And tuck it in there and work it. There it is. See how easy that was? going to continue the same step until everything is complete. I got 2 more pieces to go. Start with this piece. There it is. There it is. Alright, so there it is now. I'm now finished. All the coconuts are oxed out, as you can see right there in the container. Alright, so as you can see, the coconut is now clean. They rinse it off. So what I'm going to do now is to cut up it. Yeah, I'm going to cut them up and show you now what I do it. Alright. So I'll start off by doing like this. Now the coconut is bone dry now, so if you notice, some of them may probably, you know, when I cut them, they may probably take off, you know what I mean? Now when I say take off, I'm talking about the main fact where, because it's bone dry, some of them may eventually just scatter when I'm cutting it, you know. That's just about it. Alright, so I'm gonna, that's what I'm saying. The piece has gone across to the stove. Alright. Guys, coconut is bone dry, I'm telling you guys, bone dry. But this is how I like to cut up my coconut, you know what I mean? Cut them into strips, just we can blend them. Now doing it this way, it's much better for me. Wow, I'm telling you guys, them is scattering, man. But that's just how it is when I cut up coconut. Alright, so we have some smaller piece in here. piece of shell on it. Gotta cut that off. Alright, let's see. I have approximately one more piece. Let me see. Just checking on, let's see what I have remaining. Now, two more small pieces, three more, and this one. So I'm gonna do this quick. Snap here. So I'm talking about the coconut. Well, I'm cutting the coconuts. Sometimes they just go about their own business, you know what I mean? But as I said before, that's just how it is sometimes. It can be a little bit challenging at times because, when you're cutting the coconut and expecting the coconut to fall within the container, it's going about its business. Alright, so let's see, we have one more piece. Let me just check in here thoroughly just to make sure that there's no other piece in here, because when I'm gonna blend, I shouldn't be searching for nothing. Alright, so we have two more pieces leave. I'm just gonna continue cutting these pieces up. Alright, so it's now about finish. Alright, so now that was a good workout. Alright, so as you can see, the coconuts are now finished cutting up. So what I'm gonna do is to blend it. Alright, so I don't need to wash it again because I have to wash it already, so I don't need to wash it again. So I'm just gonna get the blender and hook it up, and I'm gonna blend this. Alright, so in goes the coconut. In goes the water. Then I'm gonna cover it. And I'm gonna place it on the blade. I'm gonna place it on the base. coconut is now finished blending. So what I'm gonna do is to extract it. It's time to extract the juice from the coconut. I'm just going to use a spoon to add some tension and the trash within the strainer, because you see the thing is that based on how things situate here, the juice won't flow out the way we want it to flow. So what I'm going to do now is just to use the spoon and add some tension to the trash in the strainer, and that way, you know, the balance of juice will just run out. Now I have to be careful what I do because I don't want to break the strainer when doing this, so I have to really watch what I'm doing, you know. Or should I say be careful on what I'm doing. Alright, so that's about it. Now as you can see, here's my coconut milk that I extract from the coconut, alright? 100% pure coconut milk. Alright, so I'm going to pour it now. I'm gonna pour the pressure mutton within the pot right here before me, as you can see. So I'm gonna add some iced potato, put it in the pot. Alright, so I'm gonna add the seasoning now to the pot. Right, enough. So there you have it. The seasoning is now added. So what is left to do is to cover the pot and allow it to continue to cook for the next, say, 10 minutes. Alright? Just keep on tuning in and you'll see the finished result. Alright, see the coconut milk a bubble. Now I'm gonna allow it to continue to cook. Right, it has not reached the 20 minutes cooking point. So I'm gonna allow it to continue to cook and then I'm gonna season the pot, right? So after I season the pot, then I'm going to add in the rice and that should have been last. Guys, you can smell the aroma. It's smelling so nice. Chacha, can't wait to dive into this. It is smelling so nice, man. Tell us, it makes my tummy rumble. Just the essence that's coming from the pot. You know what I mean? I'm gonna eat none yet, and the way I feel right now, trust me, it's like a pea trouble. Anyway, it's almost cooked down to the level I need it, so I'm gonna give it at least 5 more minutes and then I'm gonna turn the flame off. Alright, so the coconut milk has boiled on to where I need it to be. As you can see, we're noticing the pot. So it looks custardy. Look at this, is that? Look at this, guys. Guys, this is what I'm talking about. Allow your coconut milk to boil properly, right? You wanna see that custardy look, you know what I mean? Alright, so I'm just gonna use a wooden spoon and just, remove what's on the edge of the pot. You know what I mean? Because it needs to be inside the pot, not around the edge, you know what I mean? Alright, so I'm just removing that. I wash it down in the coconut milk. And this is caused by the boiling of the coconut milk, right? Alright. So I'm just gonna give it a stir. Okay. After giving it a stir, I'm gonna add in my seasonings. Now my seasonings are washed already and put it aside. So here I have my scallion. Then I have my thyme. Now I didn't get any green pepper. Well, what should I say? I tried to get a green pepper, but they were out, so I had to use what I have here in the fridge. So I'm using a white pepper instead of green, but it works the way now. So long as the pepper is not burst, it's good to go. All right. So after adding the pepper, I'm going to add some salt. Now I'm going to add approximately 1 teaspoon of salt in the pot. I'm just going to add 1 teaspoon of salt. Alright. Now I don't need to stir it. All I have to do is just cover the pot. Cause remember that the boiled coconut milk is hot enough, right? So the minute the salt goes into there, it starts to melt the salt. Furthermore, when it starts to boil, then everything just starts to blend up, you know what I mean? So the flavor will spread within. That's just how it is. So just give it some time to come back to a boil. Then I'm gonna get I'm talking about peas. I'm gonna get the rice ready to add to the pot. That's it, no time to add in the rice. Rice goes in. Then I want to give it a stir. You want to make sure that the rice and the peas is big. So you don't want to have too much peas in one area. You know what I mean? You want to make sure that it balances. So you give it a good stir and then allow it to combine the way you want it to. Because as I said before, you say if you add in the rice and you do not stir it, what's gonna happen is that the rice is gonna be in one area, and then when it starts to bubble or come to a boil, you know what's gonna happen? The rice is gonna be lumpy. So you don't want that. So you just make sure that when adding the rice, you stir. You know what I mean? That way the rice won't be lumpy, you know what I mean, or stick to the pot, or having too much peas in one area. So just make sure you just go ahead and stir. You know what I mean? I know this should have been it. I believe that's it. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is to cover the pot now. So as soon as it starts to come back to a boil, I'm gonna go ahead and stir again and then allow it to cook. Alright? So let's keep on tuning in and you will see the results. So the water is now boiled down. So what I'm gonna do now is to reduce the flame and allow the rice to steam. Alright. Alright, so now the flame is now reduced. So I'm gonna allow the rice to steam, alright? Cause that's the thing, guys. They say it's not high flame that cooks rice. It's a low flame, alright? Just allow it to steam by reducing the flame. Alright, so there you have it. It's almost complete. Let me check it. Alright, so I'm gonna use my fork and check it, alright? Now what I do that is take the fork and stick it in the middle like so when it comes up, and if it looks like any form of milk is on it, you don't say it needs to simmer some more, you know what I mean? But as far as it seems, I'm gonna give it one more minute, just one more minute. I should be good to go, you know what I mean? Alright, so it's now complete. So it has been a minute and it's properly steamed, you know what I mean? Yeah man, to real. That's how it is with my rice and peas, you know. That's how I get it done here in my kitchen. Yeah. Here it is, guys. Here's my finished dish. My curry goat with my Caribbean style rice and peas and sweet corn. Now guys, comment and let me know what do you think of my dish. You know I love to read your comments, so just comment and let me know what y'all think on my dish. Guys, it's always been a pleasure to share with you what I prepare in my kitchen. So please remember to thumbs up the video, leave a valuable comment, share me out, subscribe to my channel and hit that post notification bell and allow it to be on all. That way you'll be the first person to be notified when I drop a new video. Thank you for watching.